This is the MGTOWinfinium here with another Infinium short take. This Infinium short take is entitled, Don't Engage the Gaslighting. My brothers, as you may be aware of, women are constantly trying to get we men to engage them in what is now a clown world, which is filled with their womanist BS. Whether it is wasting our lives by being forced into perpetual friend zones, to being made to feel that we are less than men because we will not do our duties by marrying single mothers, womanists are in a never-ending battle to prove that they are superior to we men, and as well, giving we men no choice but to not engage with women, but rather to go our own way. My brothers, the topic of non-engagement with womanists has been largely covered by Hammerhand, Joker, etc. in terms of their excellent content. Nevertheless, I will just tag on to what was covered aforementioned by dealing with just the aspect of womanist gaslighting and the best way to defeat it. In and of itself, there has been, in my opinion, an upward trend in the levels of gaslighting which womanists are using upon men. It should be noted that this is directly attributable to the game over conditions which womanists are now facing, and as well said game over conditions are directly attributable to the way womanists have treated men up until this point. Simply put, we men have proved to womanists that it is they who needed us, not the other way around, leaving womanists in a state where they now desperately grasp at gaslighting straws in an effort to get we men to again support them. My brothers, it is the gaslighting itself which you now must intently ignore by not engaging with womanists who do this. This is because womanists know that if they can successfully gaslight men, they can pull them into all sorts of traps. Here, it is important to understand that gaslighting is an extreme form of obfuscation for the purpose of blame shifting, or in other words, to get the light off of the real problem and shine it upon what is not the problem. Here also, it is important to understand that a lie which is perpetuated through gaslighting cannot be overcome with facts and the truth in most situations. Only in certain conditions, such as court cases, can the aforementioned be overcome, a primary example being the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial, which occurred last year. As such, acting in a quiet air of indifference can in many cases fully shut down womanists who do gaslight, and as well, fully put the light back upon what really is the problem. A prime example of gaslighting being shut down by quiet indifference is what is happening to Tia Mowry and Corey Hadrick. Like many womanists, Tia, because of hypergamy and attempted monkey branching, divorced Corey a few months ago. Although Corey wanted to stay married to her, Tia proceeded with the divorce. In the few months since the divorce, Tia has been open about her graduating and the success for her marriage, even though she ended it. As well, she has been shopping herself around as a high-value single mother who is now available for high-value men. The only problem for Tia is that she is finding out the hard way that no men want her. Now, instead of her delusional bravado, Tia has resorted to doing things like putting out tweets stating that she knows that love will eventually find her. And in addition, she has now begun publicly gaslighting Corey. For his part, Corey has remained mostly silent and has not responded to Tia's gaslighting. Instead, Corey appears to be moving on with his life with no regard and indifference to Tia's whims and wishes, effectively shutting down Tia's gaslighting and putting the light on what the problem really is, her failure as a wife, consequently resulting in Tia's humiliation as she now faces the wall which is beyond defeat and her idiotic actions which will live forever via the internet. At the end of the day, Corey's silence and indifference became a contributing factor to Tia's foot-in-the-mouth proof that there is no benefit to men when it comes to dating, cohabitating with, or marrying women in this day and age. My brothers, by design, true MGTOW men have a sense of nobility about them. This nobility centers not around satisfying women's whims, but the comprehension of our freedom as well as our right to live free. As the numbers of MGTOW men increase, so will the intensity of womanist gaslighting and its abilities to waste your time. That is why it is important, when confronted with gaslighting, that you walk away from it in silence and indifference as much as possible. Remember again, although your nobility is under attack, it is the wasting of your time that is more critical to your walk along the MGTOW road. To that end, only when absolutely necessary should you confront a woman's gaslighting. And if you find yourself in an absolutely necessary confrontation, win, as well as show no mercy. This is the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium Short Take. My MGTOW brothers, as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.